26th year as the USC diving head coach, legend around these halls over at Utangzu, the Aquatic Center, and joins us now. First time on Trojans Live. Coach, what's kept you at USC all these years?
Well, thank you for having me. How kept me this long? It's a good place to be.
Yes, it's one of our slogans.
Yes, it is a family, a place that I feel like home. I don't know how many of you know, besides coaching for 26 years, I also was a student athlete.
Yeah.
So the connection is very strong and the roots is very deep, so I couldn't get rid of it.
Coach, not many people have been here longer than Jordan Moore, and of course you have, so that's quite an accomplishment. But talk about what you've seen from the 80s, right, as a student here to now, how USC has changed, how with the growth in the university. I mean, you've seen quite a few things here, I'm sure, at USC.
Oh, it's huge. Coming from the 80s, just the environment, the surrounding, the new building, there's just so many of those structure that we have. The new pool, when we first came, was built in 83, and we still have some things to work on, but now it's more like a stadium. It's very impressive. Of course, I have been through many presidents and many ADs.
Presidents, I lived them all.
At least 5. So I see a lot of changes, but you just got to keep up.
Yeah.
Whether you like it or not, you keep up.
Coach, you talked about yourself as an athlete a little bit. I want to go back. In 1985, correct, you won a NCAA title as a freshman, also an All-American that year. But then I saw that it said after 1986, you were no longer allowed to compete because of an age rule at the time. And I was wondering if you could explain that a little bit, maybe talk about your time as an athlete and what it meant to you to be an NCAA champion.
That's a great question. Nowadays, there's no such age. People still graduate students still can compete.
Got ninth-year seniors all
start going to school forever.
Well, I was curious why it said that, but I thought it was interesting.
It was the rule set by NCAA, and I was very shocked that I didn't get to compete after first year of competing for USC, and it was very honored to be able to represent the USC and won the title for my freshman year, and was look forward to earn more, right?
Yeah.
And then they say, well, there's an issue going on. There's age. You're 22 now. You're supposed to be in college 4 years ago.
You were only 22.
Yeah.
Oh wow. Coach, you were too good. They had to
half the team's 22 now.
Yeah,
freshman.
Well, must be the rules change then.
Yeah.
And now, so
forever an NCAA champion. That's awesome. It's a big accomplishment.
You're listening to USC diving head coach Hongping Li on Trojans Live, and listen, we're amateurs when we watch diving, and so the thing we always notice is the splash. You don't want to make a big splash when you enter the water. What else should we be looking at? What are the great nuances of this sport that are the difference makers in the air for the divers?
When you're looking for a dive. It's 4 elements that you're looking for. The one that you mentioned is the last moment into the water. There's a approach that they start to do a springboard approach or platform approach, and then the takeoff. How high and how strong they get off the springboard, get off the platform. And then the air positions. How graceful that appear to you. And then the last thing you mentioned is the entry. It's got to be very clean, very straight, vertical, without any splash.
Coach, take us through this year's team. Obviously, 2-0 here in the start of the season, maybe preseason for you. Now you're getting into it. What's this year's team look like?
As you know, that we had 2 spectacular Olympians joining us this year. One is from Canada. Her name's Kate Miller, freshman. Yep. And another one is from Germany, graduate students. His name is Murat Westman, springboard diver, finalist at the Paris Olympic Games. Definitely look forward to see them perform well for us. So they definitely lead the team, lead the program, and elevate our level in a different directions. We already have a very strong men to start with a NCAA runner-up, Sang Fei Wang, 2 years ago. and multiple Pac-12 champions from Canada, also Laurent. So now adding Morat, and we're going to have a very strong
Loaded.
program.
Coach, a lot of accomplishments as a coach, but the one that stood out to me and most impressive is over 60 All-Americans. What goes into developing your divers when they get here to USC to reach their full potential?
It's combined with both and manufacturers. First of all, we have all the supporting staff behind us. I couldn't do it all by myself. That's definitely something I always grateful about our supporting staff members. They do a lot of things that behind the scenes that make us look good, the coaches look good. So I appreciate that very much about their work. Another element I feel very important is the athletes really has the passion and really dedication for what they do, wanting to be the best what they can be. When they have that set of goal in their head, and as a coach, it's easier. We just lead, and then we go from the right direction what they want to be. But it is combined with many direction of teamwork together to make that happen.
Well, there's so much going on at USC this weekend, but get to Utangzu for the Trojan Diving Invitational Friday through Sunday. You get to see Hongping's incredible squad and all their aerial acrobatics. So congratulations. Good luck on the rest of the season. Thank you so much for joining us. Monster Energy is the official energy drink partner of USC. Tear into a can of the meanest energy drink on the planet. Monster Energy, unleash the beast. Our football roundtable is next on Trojans Live.